Hello world, I'm back. Oh, I have been burnt out. I am burnt out. I've been on social media since I was 19 years old, building my page, building a business, building a brand, building my name, whatever you want to call it, since I was 19, and I'm 27 now. So 8 years of just ongoing content creation, producing, pumping out shit, and I am drained. I'm exhausted, and I've taken this last week off of social media, and it's been so hard. I don't think I've ever taken this long of a break in the last 8 years, which is crazy to say, and it's been really hard. It's challenging me to see my worth outside of just what I'm producing, and also to not so much correlate my business success with how much I'm producing content, even though I know those two things are very correlated. I don't want to feel anymore like this pressure to post in order for me to be successful or be happy or feel worthy. And so I've taken this week off, and I'm still probably going to take more time off, but I wanted to make this video because I've talked to so many women in this similar space. Even if you're not creating content, there's just so many of us who have been working forever, working for years, and never really given ourselves a break. And we've just drained ourselves, we've overextended ourselves, we're constantly producing, constantly go. It's never good enough. You have to be more, you have to want more, you have to have more, make more, produce more, create more. It's just never ending. And I think there is a balance. For me, my journey, I'm really trying to find a balance between, yes, I still want to have goals. I'm not trying to just lay on the couch all day. That's not the point of this. It's that I want to find a balance. I'm creating things that bring me joy and that help me elevate, but I'm also able to be present and slow down and not feel guilty for resting and not self-sabotage by working myself into the ground until I hate what I'm doing. I feel like there needs to be a balance, and yes, I do see that this is a privilege to slow down. Not everyone has the opportunity or the capabilities of taking time off or finding yourself or slowing down and taking a break. I understand that not everyone can do that, but I really do think that many of us are working ourselves to the bone, and usually for a lot of the wrong reasons, like to make more money, even though that's probably not actually going to make you happier. Anyways, I'm rambling, but for me, I'm just really trying to figure out what is going to actually fulfill me. I don't want it to be like a number in the bank. I don't want it to be like once I've reached this goal, because at the end of the day, those things are never going to be good enough if you're just chasing like that external outcome. I want to feel good on the inside, and by taking this break, I'm really just trying to get clear on what do I want to put into the world and how do I want to live my life, basically. And I don't want to feel chained to always thinking that I need to be doing more to finally feel successful or finally be happy or finally be content with what I'm doing. And that's how I've been feeling. I've been feeling like it's never good enough. It's never going to be enough. I'm never making enough money. I never have enough clients. And I hate that. I don't want that to be my life. If you are feeling burnt out, if you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe you're in overdrive and you don't even know you're burnt out. Because for me, that's what happened. I felt like, oh, everything's fine. I had the odd off day, the odd mental breakdown, but I was like, no, we're fine. We're just gonna keep going. And then that's when everything just crashes and burns. And then you really are in a place where it's hard to just keep going at that same space. And so for me, my burnout symptoms were like complete exhaustion. For example, I was in Tulum, Mexico for the last 6 months, and I got home to Canada a couple days ago, and I just slept for like 3 days. I could barely get out of bed. I didn't want to be in social settings. I felt so like my social battery was so drained. I felt very sensitive to social settings, like being out in a restaurant or being just out around a lot of people. I felt so overstimulated and like anxious. I just couldn't. Exhausted beyond belief, just very ornery and irritable. Any little thing, I felt like I could just snap at any moment. I felt very unfulfilled, even though like I've reached so many of my goals and I've been living such an amazing last few months and life that I've created for myself, I just felt very empty, and I'm like, what is happening? And so I just know that that's part of also just being overextended and drained and just very in my own head. I just felt I was overanalyzing everything, overthinking everything. I felt like if I stopped for a second, I would go insane. And so yeah, that need to constantly be going is definitely a sign of stress, and just you're burning yourself out too. So those are the things that I noticed. And again, the reason I'm making this video is because I don't want anyone to feel this way, and I don't want people to continuously be getting to this point of complete exhaustion, burnout, unmotivated to do everything, uninspired. Like, it's the worst feeling ever. And again, I know it's probably a privilege for me to be in this position, but I think it's a very real thing, especially in Western society. We chase all the wrong things and then we wonder why we're still empty. That's my rant for the day. If you're feeling burnt out, I feel for you and I'm sending you so much love. And if you want to share anything in the comments, I would be honored to share more of my journey and share your journey together. You're not alone. And it's a real thing. Burnout is real and feeling overwhelmed is real. You're not alone. And I think that just the best thing we can do for ourselves is resting, listening to what we need, knowing that it's okay to slow down. Just giving yourself that grace is so important. And then just going from there. Love ya.